Hello there, people of the world, and welcome to today's episode of Coffee Chats with Jax. My life when it comes to boys has always been confusing. I had this one friend who this boy would make out with her and then be like, I'm confused, and then make out with her and then be like, I'm confused, and constantly be like pursuing her physically, which isn't cool, emotionally, always wanting her to be around, being upset if she were to date anyone else. But then every time they would have a conversation about what they actually were, he would say, oh, I just don't know, I'm so confused, I don't know, I'm scared to commit, I'm scared, but then he would constantly kind of string her along and keep her there because he wanted to have that option. And this went on for almost 2 years. The reason I think this girl wouldn't leave the relationship was because, I don't think she thought of herself as valuable enough to leave the relationship. I think she got attached to this guy and he was giving her just enough to think that there was a chance. I was watching an episode of How I Met Your Mother last night with my friend Epps. We were watching that show and it was about this, actually. These guys would, or actually guys and girls, a girl was stringing along Ted and he'd be like, I can't be with you right now. Didn't use the word ever, he said right now. And saying I can't be with you right now keeps him on a string to think hopefully someday. This guy with my friend was just maybe someday we'll be together. I don't want to close any doors, but right now I'm just confused. Right now I'm just scared. So I want to keep hanging out and I want to keep randomly making out with you all the time. But right now I can't be with you. And so the girl's like, oh no, that's okay. Take your time. You're totally fine. But honestly, the truth is, that girl needs to get out of there. We deserve someone who knows what they want. We deserve someone who is going to see us and be like, that's who I want to be with. That's the girl I want to pursue. We should think of ourselves as valuable enough to wait for that and not jump at the first guy we feel comfortable with, because I think comfort's deceiving. Comfort's very deceiving. So when you hang out with someone long enough, you start to get really comfortable around them. And personally, I get scared to lose that because who doesn't want someone they're comfortable around? It's frustrating, and I think a big part of the problem here is really just not knowing how valuable we are. So many people in today's world have the mentality that's what's the best that I can get? Say I was doing this to somebody and I had this guy and I was like, well, this guy seems awesome, but could I do better? So I'm gonna keep him here while I kind of keep my eye out on everyone else. Not committing to this guy, but keeping him there, giving him just enough to make sure that he doesn't go anywhere else. And to make sure that he still likes me while I go around and check everyone else out. And then when we get to the next person, you're still have that mindset, can I do better? And it's so funny because this was on the TV show last night too, and How I Met Your Mother. Barney couldn't commit to a girl because he kept trying to find better. Because everyone kept calling him, he was but this girl might be better, but this girl might be better. It's it's never gonna be enough. Instead of just picking one person, being you know what, this girl's amazing, I want to do life with her, Barney kept running around and didn't actually get to be with anybody. Oh my gosh, you guys, that kind of thing just makes someone feel like crap. Wait for the guy that's gonna pursue you. Wait for the girl that's gonna know it's you, or the guy that's gonna have no doubts in his mind that you're the one he wants to be with. You're worth that, okay? And I don't know, dating's hard and dating's confusing, but at the end of the day, you're still amazing. And no relationship is ever going to change that or make that better. You're amazing on your own. Relationships are a really fun, exciting part of life, but if we're not okay on our own and know that we're valuable enough to wait for the guy that's going to treat us the way we deserve, this is not going to work. We got to know our identities. We got to know who we are. When we're the most rooted and confident in our identities, and we're not letting other people name us because we already know who we are, that's when we're the best at intimacy. That's when we know how much we have to offer. I feel like we're only able to be good at relationships when we are confident and know how valuable we are enough to know how valuable we are in a relationship, how good we are for people. I've said this a million times, that life is about relationships. Life is about connecting with people. But if we aren't secure enough in our identity on our own, and with Jesus, and without the help of someone else to identify us, we're never gonna know how good we are for people in general. Because you on your own have so much to offer in a friendship, have so much to offer in a relationship, and until you really know that, until you have enough self-value to know that, it's just not gonna be good, you guys. So let's be rooted in who we are enough to not take crap from people. Let's understand our value enough to wait for the guy who's gonna pursue you the way you deserve to be pursued. I just want this video to tell you that you're valuable enough to be treated right. And there's a lot of girls out there that put up with a lot of crap, and that makes me really sad, and I've been one of them. It's hard not to be sometimes, and there's guys that put up with crap too. This isn't some boy hating video, I promise. Boys, I love you guys. Let's just know our values, because when we know our values, then that's when we're able to really just let other people know us as well, and you are like the best thing that can happen to somebody. Humans are the best thing that can happen to humans. All I'm trying to say is that relationships matter, and they're kind of hard, but when we know who we are, they become a little easier. I love you guys, and I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good week, night. If you want to support me, if you want to get involved in what I'm doing, then check out my Patreon page. The link's on the side of the screen right up there. That's where you can read the first few pages of my book. Support me, become a part of the Jackie G family. All the links are as well in the description box below to my social media. Go follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, YouTube, all of the things. I love you, and I'll talk to you next week.